Hello and welcome to Fabulous Friday. I'm so excited that you're here and joining me in this video. And I really hope I'm trying a different video platform this time. I learned last time, I'm trying a different one this time. I'm recording right from my computer. So it looks like the video is better, which is awesome. And hopefully you can hear me well. So I'm gonna count on you guys to let me know as the video goes, as you join, to let me know if you can hear me and if the video itself is a good quality for you. And we'll try different things. Today, again, I'm inside because it is cold outside, at least cold for Florida. I will admit I'm in Florida, and I know that it is not as cold here as it is where many of you might be joining from up in the north. And I feel for you. And last night we had a frost here, which is really unusual. That never happens in this area. So it is much colder here than what we're used to. But enough about the weather. As I'm waiting for a few more people to join in on this video, I just want to say thank you. Thank you for joining, and thank you for being part of Fabulous Fridays. Like I said, these live videos will happen every Friday for the whole first quarter. So January, February, March. I'll have these videos. I have them all planned out. And in January, the focus is helping you kickstart your year, get you off to a good start, give you some great tasks to do and things to do that is going to help you move your life forward and make this year the best year yet for you, helping you accomplish your goals and your dreams. So last week, if you didn't watch the video last week, it was really funny because I was sideways, so that makes it entertaining in itself. But also, if you didn't watch last week, the task that I gave you last week was to take time to sit and reflect and think about what you accomplished in 2017. What were your accomplishments and what were the big things that you achieved? And celebrate those things. Write them down and celebrate them. Big, little, everything that it was. It's so important for you to take time to celebrate your wins, and you're basically telling your mind, telling your brain what it is that is important to you and what it is that you like. So please go back and watch that video if you didn't watch the first one. And if nothing else, just get a chuckle because I'm sideways in the video. So hopefully this one is better and you can hear and everything is going well. So let's go ahead and get started. We're about 4 minutes in, so I'm sure people will continue to join. Hi, Kristen. Thanks for being here. And, feel free to comment and ask questions as I go. I'm going to try to pay attention to the feed and just answer any questions you have. So here is the big focus for today is I want you to dare to dream. Dare to dream, dare to let your mind go to wherever it is that you want to go. So I'm going to ask you a few questions for you to ponder, and maybe if you have a pen and paper in front of you, write them down, because it's something I want you over the next week to really think about for yourself and really come up with good answers to these questions, because it's going to help you build a dream, build a plan, a path to more. And that's what we all want. We all want to achieve more in our life. So I want to help you do that. So here's question number 1. Where are you now and where do you want to be? So when you think about your life and what you want to accomplish within your life, I want you to ask yourself, are you there yet? Have you accomplished, have you reached the peak where you're like, I am on top of the world, I have achieved everything that I want to achieve? Because I could say for myself, I am not. There was a one point, if you'd asked me this question maybe 2 years ago, I would have been like, yeah, the things that I had planned to achieve up until that point 2 years ago, I would have said, yeah, I've achieved it, and now I'm trying to think about what I want next. So you're going to do that. You reach kind of peaks where you're like, okay, I've done it. I've achieved my goal. And when that happens, of course, as the video stated last week, make sure you take time to celebrate that. And then you reach a point in your life, like I did at the beginning of last year, where I was like, okay, now I need to figure out what I want next. What is the next thing I want for my life? And that's where we are now. So I want you, if you're on the path to accomplishing something, or if you're at a point where you're like, I'm good, I've accomplished what I set out to accomplish, I've achieved X, Y, Z, then think, okay, well, what do you want next? What is the next thing you want that's going to bring vibrancy to your life, bring joy, bring happiness? It's going to make you feel that feeling of achievement, that you have reached something great. Think about what that is for you. So as, you know, and just whatever comes up, whatever comes to the front of your mind as I'm saying this, just go with it. Just go with what is that big accomplishment for you. So everyone knows, well, if you've listened to the videos or read any of my posts, or, you know, if you're part of my life, you know that my big accomplishment is to make Cooper Coaching Services a success. I am a good coach. Not good. I'm an amazing coach. I'm just gonna say it. We should all celebrate what we think we're really good at. I'm an amazing coach. Been a coach in corporate for over 15 years, training and coaching leaders, salespeople, helping people move their life forward, helping them achieve their goals and dreams. So I'm really good at that. So I'm at a point now where I'm taking all of this greatness, all of these things that I've achieved and learned over the years, and it's really about me figuring out how to take what I'm so good at, what I, planning, strategic planning, moving people forward, helping them see the holes in their business, helping them grow their business, helping them achieve their dreams and goals. Taking all of those things that that come to me naturally, that I'm really good at, it's my secret superpower, taking those things and turning it into a business for myself and leaving corporate and becoming successful. So that's an example of my big dream. That's the big thing that I'm working on right now. So as I talk about that, I want you to think about what is yours. What is it that you are trying to accomplish? What is it that you want out of your life that is your next big thing? It doesn't mean it's going to be the accomplishment of your life. Maybe it will, maybe it won't. But it's just, okay, what is that big dream? And get that image of it. Let it come forward. See it for all that it is. See all the parts. And just, if you were to close your eyes and just allow yourself just to imagine this, just let a picture come forward. Just let the image come forward of what it is that is your next big thing in your life. And as that image comes forward, I want you to ask yourself these questions. Where am I right now? And where do I want to be? So how big is the gap? Is it a small little gap? You just have a few things, or is it a big gap? How long do you think it'll take you to accomplish it? Do you think you can do it in the next year? Do you think it's going to take you 5 years, or do you think it's going to take you 10? However long it is, it's okay. It's okay, because every little step you take moves you closer to achieving this big goal. So once you kind of have that idea, okay, here is my big dream, here's what I want to achieve, and here's where I am, and this is where I want to be eventually. So once you kind of have that in your mind, I want you to ask yourself, do you have a secret achievement you want to accomplish? So maybe it's an achievement that you haven't told anybody yet. Maybe it's something that you kind of kept to yourself so far. It's always kind of been back there in the back of your mind. It's just like this little thing that you want secretly for yourself that maybe you haven't shared with anybody yet. And think about what that is. Hi, Michael. Think about what that is, and just let it come forward and live in it. Completely live in that secret achievement, that secret thing that you want in your life. Just let it come forward and think about what it is. And be okay with it, whatever it is. Pretend there are no limitations and there's nothing that can hold you back from doing it. So one of those things, a secret achievement for me, and I know, if you know me, a secret thing that I want to achieve, that I have started to kind of to bring forward and let come forward, is I want to write a book. And if you know me, you might even be giggling right now, because you know that I struggle with spelling, and punctuation isn't my strong point. And I have a lot of thoughts that come forward, but I will say that it is something that I really want to achieve, and I'm going to work hard to achieve it, just like you should. If you have a secret thing that you want to accomplish, the secret thing as it comes forward, just let it happen. Just let it come forward and live in it and own it. And then another question I want to ask you is, what is the thing that you want to achieve in your life, or the thing that you want to live in, that you haven't shared with anybody yet? Now, the answer to this question could be the answer to the questions previously. It could be that big dream that you want. It could be that secret thing that you haven't shared with anybody, or it could be something completely new. So as I say that, what is the thing that in your life that you want to live in, that you want to have part of your being, that you want to have in your life that you haven't shared with anybody yet? And I'll say, just an example for you, for myself, is that over the last year, I had the pleasure of having some amazing coaches myself that have helped me really grow into myself and learn about myself. And in doing that, I have, I wanted to become more spiritually connected with me, just to get in touch with my inner self and understand where my beliefs lie and what my values are and what are the things that make me me. Because I know a lot about myself, but I wanted to take time to get more in tune with that. And I started that process 3 months ago, really started getting used to just letting it go and letting myself get to know me better. And I'm continuing on that path, because it's so important for you to have a true foundation and understanding of who you are, so that you know what you want in life, so you can dream the big dream, and then you can achieve the things you want to achieve. So that's just an example for me. So I want to ask you again, what is it that in your life that you want to have, that you just want to live into, that you want to grow into, something that you have it in the back of your head, maybe you haven't shared, maybe you haven't started taking the steps toward it. Go ahead and just think about that. What is that for you? Now, the reason I'm asking you to go through these steps, these exercises, like you said, Michael, the reason I'm asking you to go through these things and really think about it is because I want you to allow your brain, allow yourself just to imagine. Imagine what if. What if I had zero limitations, I could have anything that I wanted, and I was free, completely free to dream. To dream that big dream, to come up with that big image, that big thing that if I had it, my life would be completely different, and I would feel accomplished. I would feel like I had achieved something. I would feel like my life is at a point to where I can be extremely proud and feel extremely just in the moment, and like I have everything that I've ever wanted. So think about that. Let that dream come forward. Now, here is your task for the week. As this dream comes forward, if it's right now, or maybe it's something that will come a little bit later, as this dream comes forward, and as you have this beautiful picture in your mind, and maybe it's something that you're seeing as an image, potentially it's something you're just feeling, and maybe you can even hear something about it. Maybe it's something that you actually can hear music, or you can hear words, or you can hear something being said to you. Whatever it is, whether it's something you're you're imagining, you're feeling, or you're hearing, or maybe it's all the above, I want you to attempt, hi Billy, I want you to attempt to write it down. Take that image, that dream, that feeling, the things you're hearing, and write it down. Now, as you're writing it down, I want you to write it as if it's already happened. So go ahead and fast forward, okay, and think, okay, remember the beginning, I said, think about when you want to achieve it. So whether that's a year from now, 5 years from now, 10 years from now, whatever that is, think about when you want to achieve it. And then go ahead and imagine when you're writing it down, I want you to write it down as if it's been. So let's say, I'm just going to go with 5 years. So 5 years from now, and write it down. So it is, let's see, what is it? January 19th, what is it, 23. I had to really think about that one. I know you guys could tell. It's January 19th, 2023. And I have accomplished so much in my life. I've truly lived into my big dream. So that's how it should start. That's how this story should start. And then take that image, that feeling, the things that you're hearing in your mind, take all of that and put it down in story form, telling everyone, telling the world, telling yourself, whoever, you're writing this, these are the amazing things that I've accomplished over the last 5 years that have put me here in this place right now, living my dream, aspiring to be great, just living everything that I want to live fully and completely within my life. Whew, doesn't it feel good to say that? So please, that is your task over the next week. Answer these questions, get yourself in the right mindset, and then take the time to write down your big dream. Dare to dream big. Let it be as big as you want. Let it be as amazing as you want. And tell it with enthusiasm, like it's so amazing, all these things that you've accomplished during this time period. So let me give you, I just want to make sure you have examples. So let me give you an example of, my big dream, something that I've written out for myself. Hi, Emily. Thanks for joining. So my big dream, something that I've written out. So, because I want you to understand how big your dream can be. So in my dream, I have a successful company. Cooper Coaching Services is a successful company. As of 2023, I have so many people, thousands of people that I have helped through my coaching programs and my coaching training. And through the things that I have accomplished in my coaching business, I have ran multiple workshops. I run retreats, 4- and 5-day retreats on a regular basis that have people that come from all over the world to attend my retreats. And because of the success that I've had on social media and in my business, I have been interviewed by several podcasters, and that has led me down a path to where I have actually been featured on the news, and I've met some amazing celebrities. I've even met some presidents. And my book that I have completed and released is a #1 bestseller. Everybody is really enjoying it, and it's put me on a path where I tour the United States and even elsewhere in the world to give talks and speeches to help people develop themselves into more as a leader, more as a person, just living their life and accomplishing their dreams and achieving everything that they deserve in their life. Whew. What a huge dream that is, right? And that's just the highlight reel. I actually, when I have it written out, and as I read it, it is much longer than that and much more detailed than that. There's so much more to it, but that is like, because off the top of my head, that is the highlight reel of my big 5-year dream that I have for myself. So I tell you this, not because I'm bragging, but because I want you to know that your dream can be as big as you want it to be. It doesn't have to be small. Put as many details in it as you can. Your purpose is to breathe life into it. Make it exciting. Make it something that you feel like, man, if I accomplish this, my life would be absolutely amazing. Oh, hi, Lindsay. Good to know you're here. So, you know, just dream it. Dream it big. Make it big. Make sure that's your task this next week. Think about what your big dream is. Think about what you want in your life, and then write it down for yourself. Write it as a narrative, write it as if it's already happened and you're telling this story of your amazing life over the last X amount of years. And as that comes, and as you feel the excitement that comes from that, what you can do, since you have it written down, is you can revisit it over and over and over again. Now, you might be asking yourself, how was she able to come up with a highlights reel of her big dream? Well, let me tell you how I achieved that. Once I had my dream written down, I made it a point. You know, like I said, I've been working on getting in touch with myself and what I want. So every single night before I go to bed, I've created a ritual for myself where I go in and I relax and I read a book for a little while, and then I do a release technique called Ho'oponopono, which I would love to teach you. Just let me know if you want to know that. And then I get out, I have it on my phone, so I get out my phone, and on my phone, I bring it up and I read it. I read it to myself. I read my big dream statement. I read that to myself out loud because I'm just someone who I like to hear it. So I read it out loud to myself. And then I also go on to read what my year goals are, and then what my next tasks are that I want to achieve, because I want to keep those ingrained in me. And the reason why I have the ritual set up the way that I do, my routine, my nightly routine set up, is because I want it to be the last thing that I do before I close my eyes and go to sleep. I go on my phone and I read my big dream. And I will tell you that I've had some amazing dreams from it. Like, definitely, like it really charges me up. And because of that, because I've done that every night for 3 months now, 4 months now, it's implanted in my brain. I know my dream. And here's the important part about this. The important thing about it is that by writing it down, by creating a routine for yourself where you're reading it regularly and keeping it in your mind, this process, what you're doing is you are taking this information and you are implanting it into your unconscious mind. You're implanting it into your brain. Now, here's why that's important. It's important because once your unconscious mind knows what you want, it will seek it out for you, and you don't even have to do anything. Things will just start coming forth. As long as you keep your eyes and your ears and your mind open to the possibility, and don't let your own limiting beliefs and limitations get in your way. If you are telling your mind, this is what I want, it will seek these things out. So let me give you an example that we have all experienced in our life. So how many times have you purchased something? Saw it at the store and you purchased it. Maybe it was a bag, maybe it was a shirt, maybe it was a car. The car is the biggest example that I know of. You purchase a car you've never noticed this car very much on the road before. Like maybe once or twice you've seen a car of that color, of that kind before. But then you purchase the car and you're like, hey, I got this cool new car. Look at my awesome car. I'm so excited I got a car. And then all of a sudden, everybody else on the road has that car too. You start seeing it literally everywhere you look. And let me tell you, the reason why that happens is because you implanted an amazing memory into your brain. You've told your unconscious mind that you want this car, that you love this car, that it's the color that you thrive off of, and that you love driving it, and it's just the most perfect thing ever. So because you've told your brain that, because your mind now knows this is something that you want in your life, it looks for it. Without you even thinking about it, it looks for it, and you just start noticing it everywhere you look. So that concept is the exact same thing of writing down your dream, reading it to yourself regularly, and allowing yourself to get excited about it. Know that it's something that, oh my gosh, how wonderful would my life be if I had this in it. By thinking that and feeling that, you are telling your mind, this is what I want. And without you even having to do anything at all, your mind will start looking for opportunities and trying to find ways to help you achieve that goal, to help you achieve it. And I know for a fact, because it's already started happening in my life, I have several people that I coached toward the end of last year, and it happened for them too. I've had people find relationships. I have had people, they wanted to start flipping houses, but they didn't think there was any way possible they could do that, and they did it. It was in their 5-year goal, and they did it in 3 months. They actually have a house now, and they are flipping it as we speak. It happened in 2 months. I've had people who wanted to purchase and own rental property that they could make passive income on, and it was just something that it was in the back of their mind that they just kind of wanted. And then all of a sudden, as soon as they did this activity that I'm telling you to do, all of a sudden they came across someone who talked to them. That person turned them on to someone else. They went and talked to that other person. Another person said, yeah, I actually have this extra piece of property. All the plans are already made. I just don't have time for it. And I'll sell it to you at a great price. So I give you these examples because I want you to know that it can happen. No matter how big your dream is, once you've told your unconscious mind that that is what you want, and you've let yourself be happy and excited and just so ecstatic about it, your mind is like, whew, this is what we want. Let's find it. And it starts looking. You just have to keep your eyes and your mind and your hearing open to the possibilities that will just come to you. An example, I'm almost out of time, but example of myself, one of the things I wrote kind of an overall statement for abundance in my life and money. And one of the lines I wrote is, money just comes to me even when I'm not looking for it. And I know this is a small example, but I'll show you here. I have them sitting right here to remind me. These 2 dimes, I know a dime, whatever, right? But I came across these just walking, like doing a walk around my neighborhood. After I started reading that, I came, like, just looked down. Would I have ever in the past stopped and picked up a dime off the sidewalk? No. But to me, it was like, okay, I have this line in this statement, this goal of mine around abundance, around money. And it said, money just comes to me even when I'm not looking for it. And so I found this. And then about a month later, I found this. And since then, I found little things, you know, coins, but also $5, $10 laying just like in a parking lot or something. Money just comes to me even when I'm not looking for it. So no matter how little it is or how big it is, make sure you're keeping your mind open to it, you're looking for it, and you're accepting whatever it is that's coming to you based on your big dream and what you want to accomplish in your life. So make sure you complete the task this week, because next week each week we're just going to keep building on it. And this is our theme for the rest of January. So I have next week what to take the first steps toward your dream, how to do that. So how to take the first steps toward your dream. We're going to talk about that next week. And then for February, we'll have a whole new theme. So let me know if there's anything specifically you guys want to learn or talk about, and I'll work it in. So I'm so excited. Thank you so much for joining me on Fabulous Friday. I'll be here every Friday at noon for 30 minutes, presenting and helping you live your life, become what you want to become, and dream the dreams that you want to dream, and accomplish what you want to accomplish. Because I know that if you can discover your more, that you will find a champion inside of you that will take you to the next level in your life. And you deserve it, don't you? Talk to you soon. Cassie Cooper, Cooper Coaching. Bye. Well, if I can get this thing to finish.